Hi, I'm Dove, and this channel is basically I want to be an author, and I feel like I get a lot more progress done if I put pressure on myself. So this is basically just like an explanation video of why I want to become an author and how I'm putting pressure on myself. And the biggest way I'm doing that is by doing YouTube, because during the day I will probably write, but like sometimes I just not in the mood, or I think of plenty of other reasons not to. But I love writing, but it's just like you always get the weird feelings. I don't know how to describe that, but anyway, I feel like this is going to give me more motivation to write. And how I'm going to do that is basically create a short series of like me posting my word progress like on my app that I use for writing novels called Novelist. It has a progress feature where it will tell you on which day how many words you did, and with that I'm going to basically post that on YouTube Shorts as a way to like keep you guys in the loop if you want to, join my series or see my progress with how my novel's going. I ain't gonna say much about it. When the book's complete, I may release the prologue as like promotional, but I don't think you'll ever know about the book until it's like fully released. But this YouTube channel is basically my author channel. Sort of like Brandon Sanderson has his own YouTube channel. This is my author YouTube channel. And that's the short bit out of the way with. And why I'm becoming an author? I love telling stories. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. This isn't the first time I've done YouTube. I've had so many different channels in my past that I've just deleted because they didn't do well, and I'm trying to stop that streak. But I guess inspirations. My first ever, well, I became an author because in secondary school, for one English lesson, we had a substitute, and I wrote a description, and they said it was way too good to be shown to the rest of class, and that got me into having the writer's bug. And then I learned you need to like read books, so that was a fun experience. But the first series I read was The Painting Man. Oh, this is the first novel I ever read, and it's pretty good, and it led me to read the entire series. And then I kind of like stopped for a while, and then my friend kind of bugged me endlessly to read the Mistborn trilogy, but to me it felt wrong not finishing a book series before going on to another. So I got the rest of The Demon Cycle by Peter V. Brett, and I completely finished that as quickly as possible, and then moved on to the Mistborn series, which is incredible, by the way. You gotta read it. I ain't gonna say much, because if I try and talk about the book, I'm just gonna end up spoiling it. And yeah, it's beautiful. And then after reading that, I've got like an idea of what kind of characters I wanted to create for my novel. And as like inspiration, I got this book, or these book series, the Dresden Files. I watched the TV show and I started reading these. I was on like the second book. And this is like all during while I'm writing my own novel. And I kind of stopped reading the Dresden Files because the novel I'm writing is in third person limited, and the Dresden Files is in first person. If you want me to like make a video on like the difference between that, let me know down in the comments. But because of the difference in like writing styles, I'm writing third person limited while that was first person, and it messes with your brain. I'm writing third person limited, and if I start reading something that's first person, I translate what you're reading into the book. So, like, for a chapter or two that I was writing, I accidentally wrote in first person. So I kind of stopped reading that series. But that did make me pick up another series. So far I've read The Way of Kings, and I read The Way of Kings, then I moved to Warbreaker, and moment making my way through Brandon Sanderson's Words of Radiance. I'm not too far in, but I've written a few written read a few books, and amazing. I want to be better. I want to have my own book series out, and that's the point of this channel, trying to get me into the flow of writing more. By having that pressure, I feel like that would get me to it. Yeah. Thanks for listening. I hope you consider subscribing. I hope you enjoy seeing my journey into becoming a published author.